Good morning students, welcome to the engineering chemistry laboratory. Today we are going to learn about the conductometric titrations. Myself I am Dr. Kalyan Rao, assistant professor of chemistry in the department of physical sciences. Today we are going to learn about the conductometric titrations. Today I will be demonstrating how to do the conductometric titrations in the laboratory and how to get the calculated values also. I will be demonstrating it. Further, what is a conductometric titrations? Conductometric titrations are useful methods for detecting endpoints of many chemical reactions. In this experiment, a titration curve will be obtained for the titration of a strong acid by a strong base. Before going to the aim, conductometric titrations is a titrations used to measure the amount of an analyte present in the given solution by measuring the change in conductance as a function of volume of titrant. Conductance is due to the movement of ions in the solution. The aim of the experiment will be to determine the equivalence point from a conductometric titration curve and to find the concentration of an unknown solution. See here, when you go for this one, titration of strong acid with a strong base. What is a strong acid with a strong base? What are the principle involved in this one? Means one ion replaces with another ion of different ionic conductivity during the titration. Here HCl versus sodium hydroxide I have taken. HCl is a strong acid and thus it will be fully ionized into H plus ion and Cl minus ions in the solution. The high initial conductance is due to mainly H plus ions. As sodium hydroxide, a strong electrolyte is added, the following reactions occurs. Here H plus Cl minus plus Na plus OH minus gives rise to the water plus Na plus Cl minus. Overall, this has the effect of replacing the high conducting ability of H plus with low conducting Na plus ions. Thus, overall conductance of the solution drops. At the equivalent point, the conductance is a minimum. After this point, all you are doing is adding additional of hydroxide ion and Na plus to the solution. Again, the conductivity rises again, though at a slower rate. When you go for this one, when I am seeing this here H plus Cl minus ions, when you go for this one, see it is an analyte, and when you go for sodium plus see H plus and Cl minus, we are going for it is an analyte, and Na plus versus OH minus, when you go for this one, it is acting as a titrant. When you go for the analyte and titrant, what happens? It will be going for the H plus ions. What happens? One ion will be replacing with the H plus ions will be replaced by the Na plus ions. When you go for the high ionic conductivity, when I am going for writing here high ionic conductivity is generally due to the H plus ions as well as for the OH minus ions. When you go for the low ionic conductivity, when you go for the low ionic conductivity here, the low ionic conductivity is it is due to two kinds of the ions, that is Na plus, and when you go for this one, it is a Cl minus ions. High conductivity is generally due to the H plus and OH minus ions. Low ionic conductivity is due to the Na plus and Cl minus ions will be taking into this one. Before titration, what happens before titration? Only HCl is present. In the HCl, presence of H plus ions with high ionic conductivity, it is due to high conductance. During titration till the equivalence point or up to the neutralization point, H plus with high ionic conductivity is replaced by Na plus ions with low ionic conductivity, that is conductance decreases, that is conductance is going to be decreases. When you go for this, go for the experimental part of this one. Before sodium hydroxide is added, the conductance is high due to the presence of highly mobile hydrogen ions. When the base is added, what we are taking in the base will be taken in the burette. When the base is added, the conductance falls due to replacement of hydrogen ions by the added cation, as H plus ions reacts with OH minus ions to form undissociated water. The decrease in the conductance continues up to which point? Till the end point. At the equivalent point, what the solution contains? The solution contains only HCl will be, the solution contains only HCl. What happens after the equivalence point? The conductance increases due to the large conductivity of OH minus ions. Conductance increases sharply. What happens? Na plus Cl minus ions, and with the water molecule, as the number of OH minus ions increases, on the y-axis observed conductance and on the x-axis volume of the base is added, it results in a graph. What happens? The graph is, from the graph we are going to get a V-shaped graph. From this, what happens here when you go for seeing the conductance values, we are taking on the y-axis, as well as the volume of sodium hydroxide is taken on the x-axis. Initially, the conductance of before addition of sodium hydroxide, the conductance of HCl is very high. When we have started adding the sodium hydroxide, Na plus ions replaces the H plus ions of the H plus ion, thereby the conductance decreases up to which point the conductance decreases till all the H plus ions of the HCl has been replaced by the Na plus ions. Further addition of the sodium hydroxide, the conductance increases because sodium hydroxide is a strong base. It consists of the fast moving OH minus ions, thereby the conductance increases. When we plot a graph will be obtained with a V-shaped curved graph. This an increase in the conductance is due to the accumulation of OH minus with high ionic conductivity. Next, when you go for the titration values, when we are before the addition, what happened? The volume of hydroxide before addition, the conductance will be 42. Before the addition, the conductance value, that means here you can see here the conductance values will be 42. Just what happened when we are adding the 1 ml of the sodium hydroxide, what happens? HCl with the conductance will be decreases to 36. Further addition of the 1 ml of the sodium hydroxide, in the burette, what happens? HCl will be containing the 19 ml, and what happened? By that, for each addition of the 1 ml, the conductance is decreasing up to certain point, that is up to 9. This 9 is indicating as the end point, we are calling it as, this 9 is called as a indicating end point. Further, after the neutralization point or after the end point is reached, further addition of sodium hydroxide, the conductance increases. Why? Means as the accumulation of OH minus with high ionic conductivity, therefore the conductance increases. When you are going to take when you are going to find out the sodium hydroxide versus HCl, M1V1 by N1 is equal to M2V2 by N2. Molarity of the sodium hydroxide we haven't given. Molarity of the HCl, that is M2, is given as 0.1 molar. From the graph we got the 9 ml, or the 9 is the volume of the sodium hydroxide consumed, that is 9 ml, and volume of HCl we have taken in the burette is 40 ml. Number of moles of sodium hydroxide is 1, number of moles of HCl is taken as 1. When we substitute in the equation, that we are getting the molarity of the sodium hydroxide as 0.44 molar. In the result, what you are supposed to be present means the molarity of sodium hydroxide is 0.44 molar. Your presentation should be like this. Further, going further, the next one what we are having is the weak acid with a strong base. We are taking the acetic acid versus sodium hydroxide. Acetic acid versus sodium hydroxide. What we are taking in the burette, we are taking the sodium hydroxide. Acetic acid we are taking. Here, what is the analyte and what is the titrate? When you go for this one, the analyte will be whatever it is there. The analyte will be the acetic acid. When you go for the titrate will be the sodium hydroxide. Titrate will be the sodium hydroxide. Here, see here, initially the conductance is low due to the feeble ionization of acetic acid. On the addition of the base, there is decrease in conductance not only due to the replacement of H plus by Na plus, but also suppresses the dissociation of acetic acid. What is that? Due to common ion acetate. Due to common ion acetate, it is decreasing slightly. But after decreasing slightly, but very soon, what happens? The conductance increases on addition of sodium hydroxide, as sodium hydroxide neutralizes the undissociated acetic acid to sodium acetate, which is the strong electrolyte. This increase in conductance continues up to the equivalence point. After the equivalence point is reached, further addition of the acetic acid, what is further addition of the sodium hydroxide, what happens? Beyond the equivalent, the conductance increases more rapidly due to the highly conducting OH minus ions. As the number of OH minus ions, the conductance increases. In this way, when you are going for seeing here, if here you see this one, CH3 COOH. What is the? It does not dissociate easily. Immediately, when you go for the sodium acetate CH3 COONA, when you go for this one, it dissociates better than acetic acid. It dissociates better than acetic acid. What happens here? Na plus ions has low ionic conductivity. What are the highly conducting ions here? H plus and OH minus. Before titration, once again before titration, only acetic acid is present. Acetic acid does not dissociate very easily due to low conductance. Initial addition of sodium hydroxide, acetic acid and small amount of sodium acetate. Acetic acid does not dissociate easily due to common ion effect of acetate. Slightly decreases initially the conductance during titration. After addition of the sodium hydroxide, what happened? The conductance increases due to sodium acetate ionizes better than acetic acid. Conductance increases slowly. At the equivalent point, acetate ion Na plus are present. Conductance increases. After equivalent point is reached, further addition of sodium hydroxide, the conductance drastically increases because of the accumulation of OH minus ions with high ionic conductivity. Therefore, conductance increases drastically. Therefore, when you see here initially what happens? Here you go for this one, initially the conductance is decreasing here, and after this point the conductance is going to be increased. What happens? Because sodium acetate can dissociate better than the acetic acid. After reaching the end point here, further addition of the sodium hydroxide, the conductance increases drastically due to the accumulation of OH minus ions. Therefore, sodium hydroxide is a strong base. It introduces the fast moving OH minus ions. When you go for calculation part of view, here it is initially the conductance of the acetic acid is very low, 0.8. Whenever sodium hydroxide is added from the burette, the conductance is increasing. See here up to the point 8.5. At 8.5 ml, it is corresponding to your end point. After reaching the end point, further addition of the sodium hydroxide, the conductance increases drastically due to the accumulation of OH minus ions. When we go for the calculation point of view, what happens? Acetate versus sodium hydroxide, M3V3 by N3 is equal to M1V1 by N1. Acetate ion, that is the molarity of the acetic acid we have to find out. Volume of the acetic acid taken in the burette is 40 ml. Number of moles of acetic acid is N3 is equal to 1. Molarity of sodium hydroxide, initially we have calculated in the strong acid versus strong base. We got the 0.44 molar. Volume of the sodium hydroxide, it is V1 8.5 ml. Number of moles of sodium hydroxide, N1 is equal to 1. It is only for understanding purpose. It is not accurate value. From the graph, we are getting M3 is equal to 0.44 into 8.5 by 40. That is the molarity of the acetic acid. Accurately, we are getting as 0.0935 value we are getting. That is the value of the molarity of the acetic acid. See, when you are going for presenting the result, the concentration of sodium hydroxide we got as a 0.44 molar. The concentration of given weak acid we are getting as a 0.0935 molar. That is not at all accurate for your understanding. We will be demonstrating in the laboratory how to do the. Hello, good afternoon students. Today I am going to demonstrate the conductometric titrations, that is strong acid versus strong base. Just now we have been discussing regarding what is an analyte and what is an titrant. regarding that one, when you go for the analysis point of view, it is an analytic technique for doing the conductometric titrations. Here, what is the analyte and what is a titrant? When you go for this one, HCl, we are taking the 0.1 molar HCl will be taken, 40 ml of the HCl will be pipetted out and it will be taken in a beaker, and a conductivity cell has been placed. Initially, when you go for seeing the instrumentation point of view, here on the instrument you can see the temperature regulation mode is there. Here we have to maintain the temperature up to the, see that it will be maintaining the room temperature around that one, and when you go for this one, we are maintaining at 200 conductance values, the range of 200 we are taking, and the burette is filled with the sodium hydroxide solution whose concentration we have to find out from the graphical method. In this, first initially when you go for before addition of the sodium hydroxide, the conductance values you can observe in the conductivity meter, it will be 41 before the titration. See, we haven't added any kind of the sodium hydroxide to the HCl. Therefore, at volume of the sodium hydroxide, I am taking as a 0 ml I am taking here. Whenever before the addition, what is the conductance values here? We are getting as a 41. Whenever the sodium hydroxide is added from the burette, to the beaker, what happens? Na plus ions will be replacing the H plus ions. As you know, H plus ions is having the high ionic conductance. Thereby, whenever it is replacing Na plus ions with the H plus ions, the conductance decreases. See here, every time you add 1 ml of that one and take the titer values in the given format. I will be taking the sodium hydroxide in the burette, just 1 ml I am going to add it. See here, the conductance, when you are adding the 1 ml of the conductant, 1 ml sodium hydroxide were added from the burette, the conductance has been decreasing from the 41 to 40. Like this. Next, again you add 1 more ml of sodium hydroxide from the burette. See here up to the 2 ml when we are going for this one, it will be 39. Going for the 3 ml, you are getting as a 34. Four ml we got as a 33. See, at 5 ml we got it as a 28. At 6 ml we got the reading as 24. You can able to observe on the conductivity meter. exactly at 7 ml we got it as a 16. At 8 ml we got as a 13 as the reading. Exactly at 9 ml we got 11 as the reading. At 10 ml we got the 15. At 11 ml we got it as a 17. At 12 ml we got the reading as 18. At 13 ml we got the reading as 21. At 14 ml we got the reading as 23. Exactly at 15 ml we got the reading as 25. You can observe the readings in the conductivity meter, how the conductance is increasing. You can see here. At 16 ml I got the reading as 29. At 17 ml I got the reading as 31. These are the readings what we are experimentally demonstrating between the analyte and titrant. What is this one? First, initially when you go for readings point of view, up to the 9 ml we got the 11 as the equivalence point or end point. After all the Na plus ions are replaced, the Hc, H plus ions to the HCl, say sodium chloride is there, further addition of the sodium hydroxide. What happens? The accumulation of the OH minus ions is taking place, thereby the ionic conductance increases. Sodium hydroxide is a strong base. It introduces the fast moving OH minus ions. Therefrom, from 10 ml to the 17 ml, you can observe the readings has been increased. It is in the case of strong acid versus strong base. Similarly, we are going for the demonstration for the weak acid versus strong base. Just you take this out. I am taking the 40 ml of acetic acid whose concentration to be calculated. See, it is acetic acid. See, in this we are having the range of 200. Next, acetic acid is a weak acid. It will be undergoing the feeble ionization will be taking place for the acetic acid. Therefore, you have to take the reading from the 20 you have to convert here. Next, place the conductivity cell in the acetic acid again. What happens here? Again, you replace this one, you fill the burette with the given sodium hydroxide solution. Fill the burette with the given sodium hydroxide solution and place it to the burette stand. Before addition of sodium hydroxide, as acetic acid is a weak acid, it undergoes the feeble ionization is taking place. Here, the analyte will be the HCl and the titrant will be the sodium hydroxide. Here, as we have just discussed, in this reading, keep the conductance value at the 20 and go for this one. Before addition of the sodium hydroxide, before addition of the titration haven't started, therefore the volume of the sodium hydroxide is at 0 ml. What is the value you can observe in the conductivity meter as 1.0 you can able to observe. Next, go for addition of just 1 ml of the sodium hydroxide from the burette. Whenever I am adding the 1 ml of sodium hydroxide, what happens? The conductance has been increased from 1 to the 1.6. You can able to observe in the conductivity meter. Like this, take the readings. See, when we are going for the 2 ml, I got the reading as, wait for 1 more minute. We are getting the reading as 2.7. Next, then you add 1 more ml of the sodium hydroxide from the burette. Then observe the conductance values. See here at the 3 ml, we got the reading as 3.5, around 3.6. Wait for 1 minute. 3.6, we got the reading. Next, go for the 4 ml. At the 4 ml, I got the reading as 4.5, something like this. At 5 ml, we got the reading as 6.1, something like this. At 6 ml, I got the reading as 6.8, 6.7, we got the reading. At 7 ml, I got the reading as, see here, around 8.6. Eight ml can able to observe the conductimeter. 10.8 we got the reading. At 9 ml we got the reading as 13.1. At 10 ml we got the reading as 15. See here, can able to observe the constant value of 15.7. At 11 ml, you can able to observe in the conductivity meter, the reading is becoming constant at 18.2. See, after the 18.2, we have set the conductivity meter up to 20 only. Next, you change it to, the range will be changed to the 200. Whenever it is, a range is changing from the 200, at 12 ml, we got the reading as 20, you can observe the conductivity meter. At 13 ml, I got the reading as 22. At 14 ml, if you see, observe the reading, it will be 24. At 15 ml, we got the reading as 26. At 16 ml, we got the reading as 27. At 17 ml, I got the reading as 29. Here, weak acid, strong. See here, when we are going for the weak acid versus strong base, what happens here in the weak acid versus strong base? What is happening? Initially, the conductance of acetic acid is very low. When it is increasing from the top to the bottom, what happens? The value increases because acetic acid is a weak acid. Initially, the conductance is very low. When we are adding the sodium hydroxide, it forms the sodium acetate. Sodium acetate is having the better ionic conductance or better dissociation than the normal acetic acid. Therefore, the conductance values increases. It is for the strong acid versus strong base. It is for the, if you go for this one, it is for the weak acid CH3 COOH versus sodium hydroxide. When you go for this one, it is weak acid versus strong base. When you go for this, it is for the HCl versus sodium hydroxide. It is a total experimental demonstration for this one. When you go for plotting a graph between this one, what we have shown in this one, we are going to get a V-shaped curve graph like this. Whatever the conductance values are there, the conductance values you take it on the y-axis. Whatever here the volume of sodium hydroxide you take on the x-axis, you are going to get a V-shaped graph. When you go for the acetic acid versus sodium hydroxide, when you are going for plotting a graph, the conductance values taken on the y-axis and the volume of sodium hydroxide added on the x-axis. Initially the conductance is very low. It will be increasing due to the common ion effect. After the end point has been reached, further addition of sodium hydroxide, what happened? It accumulates OH minus ions, thereby the conductance increases. Thank you. Okay,